Tax and Law Story series, The Injustice and Divine Retribution of Zhou Qing's Case. This story was published in the Book of Han. There was a lady in the Yixi County named Zhou Qing. Her husband died shortly after the wedding day and left her childless. She chose to stay and did not remarry. More than 10 years passed, and she remained dedicated to caring for her mother-in-law. As Zhou Qing's mother-in-law aged, her health declined and she often fell ill. One day when Zhou Qing was out, her mother-in-law hanged herself out of guilt that she had become a burden. Zhou Qing was turned in for murder by her sister-in-law on seeing that death scene, despite Zhou Qing's explanation and neighbors' intervention. Zhou Qing, then tortured by orders of the magistrate, despite the attending advisor's call for a proper investigation and reminder about Zhou Qing's reputation as a dutiful and devoted daughter-in-law. In the end, Zhou Qing could not endure the torture. She gave up on defending herself and admitted to the crime. Zhou Qing received a death sentence. On the day of execution, a flag stood high at 33 meters above the ground. Zhou Qing proclaimed her innocence to the heaven and vowed that her blood would defy gravity. When she was beheaded, her blood indeed spread onto the top of the pole. That day on, Yixi County saw drought for 3 years and residents suffered. The magistrate who tortured Zhou Qing was also impeached and banished to remote territory. A new magistrate took office and gathered the elders to discuss the drought situation to find a solution. One elder shared his opinion about Zhou Qing's mistrial and conviction might have enraged the gods and caused a natural disaster. Others questioned why the whole county had to suffer for the former magistrate's misconduct. On hearing different voices, the new magistrate decided to review Zhou Qing's trial. While reviewing the case files, the new magistrate fell asleep and had a dream. In his dream, the new magistrate was led to the city god by 2 staff officers. The city god then revealed to the new magistrate that Zhou Qing's unjust death sentence had indeed enraged the gods, who sent long drought as a punishment. The city god went on to explain that the former magistrate's misconduct had immoralized the region. This was a deep sin which took years off the former magistrate's life and warranted torment in hell. His offsprings were also condemned as a consequence. On the other hand, many residents of Yixi County knew Zhou Qing was a dedicated daughter-in-law, yet nobody was brave enough to defend her. They became accomplices. Some even chose to believe the former magistrate and were convinced that Zhou Qing did kill her mother-in-law. In that sense, the whole county was sinned, and that was why the gods sent drought. One can never defy the heaven. The magistrate and village gentry built a memorial for Zhou Qing on behalf of all residents of Yixi County to repent their wrongdoings. The ceremony was barely over when clouds started to gather and heavy rain began to fall. That year, Yixi County enjoyed a good harvest.